loves, welcome back to another episode of The Rosey Life. So today I want to talk to you about one of my favorite things that you'll see if you go to my website, you look at my Instagram post or my Facebook group. I love talking about fairy tales and princess stories and romantic movies, and you'll notice that I kind of weave it into everything that I do. And I want to explain to you why I do this, and there's multiple reasons, but I want to share with you the primary reason that I use fairy tales is to show and elaborate that circumstances do not matter for you to have the life that you want. In other words, circumstances, or if you want to call them facts, right? Or if you want to call it 3D or reality or whatever you want to call it, it doesn't matter, right? Circumstances do not matter for you to receive your desires. So that's what we're going to talk about. So stay to the end because you'll understand more about what it is that I'm doing with the fairy tale theme. But before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. And don't forget to hit the little yellow bell for notifications and when I have new uploads. And I do offer the free live Q&A every 2 weeks here on my channel at 5 p.m. Central Time. And go to my website and you can sign up for my free newsletter. I send that out every Monday with new themes. And I now offer email coaching. This is only for manifesting. So if you have a topic that you want to talk about, so I recommend that you can do it that way. If you're not ready to work one-on-one with me, or if you've done a course and you're really still not sure, this is where I added email coaching. And you can also refer to the email coaching announcement video that I just did so that you can really get an understanding what it is that I do there and how it works and who's it good for. All right, and you can always shoot me an email at rose@roseyllife.com and ask me any questions you have it. So let's get back to circumstances do not matter. All right, the reason why I love fairy tales and why I decided, and I got nicknamed the fairy tale doctor, is because I love romance. I love movies. I love romantic movies. I love all the Disney princess movies. I love all of it, all right? But when growing up, I know that me and many, many people were told that that's fake, that that's not real, that fairy tales they're not real, right? That get out of your la-la head, right? Which is where I love being. And I have a video about how I manifest things, and I'm like, la la la. So that fairy tales are just in the movie, and when it says the end, at the end of the movie, that okay, time to get up and go back to your realistic life, and that that pretty nice loving thing doesn't happen. And that's where I was like, bullshit. Fairy tales are real. In fact, but the way that they come into your life is natural. It happens in a way that feels natural into your life, like Neville Goddard says, right? So, but I'm going to give you an example. Circumstances are everywhere in your life, but you may not be paying attention to them, right? Circumstances seem to always be in the way, but they're really not in the way. And you are always witnessing this happening for you or to other people around you. When you become more aware, you'll notice how circumstances seem like, no, it's shutting everything down. Then all of a sudden something changes. So, for example, let's go to the story of Cinderella. If you watch the original Cinderella movie, right, the cartoon, I've watched all the other ones with real people too. I love all those too, right? But if you watch the original Cinderella movie, right, who is this girl? She has this pretty little house with her mom and dad, and they totally love her. And she has this beautiful room and all these cute clothes and everything. She has like this wonderful life, right? She has servants, maids, everything, right? And then all of a sudden, her dad dies, right? Or her mom dies, and then the dad dies, right? And then But the dad has remarried some woman that also has 2 children, 2 adult daughters the same age as Cinderella. So when the dad dies, now it's just Cinderella, her stepmom, and these 2 stepsisters. And pretty soon they inch her out of her own house, and they send her to go live in the attic with cobwebs and little mice and, you know, some old clothes and old furniture. And then they take over the house, and they get her room, they get her clothes, they get the servant, they get everything. And in fact, they lose money and they get rid of the servants, and they make Cinderella be a servant in her own house that she grew up in, where she had servants. Talk about circumstances, and everything's shifting and everything feeling like it's going downhill, like it's getting worse and worse and worse, right? But then one day Cinderella's out and about, and she running around in her house, she meets a guy, and she's like, oh, he's so cute. And he talks to her real quick and says, what's your name? And gives her some phony name, right? And then he's like, oh yeah, I'm not a prince. So they meet really quick, and then she's like, oh my God, he's so cute. And then she goes home, and then she's like, right, he's not gonna, why would he want me? And so she goes home, and she's still like fantasizing about him as she's cleaning, doing dishes and all this stuff. And she was like, well, no one's ever gonna find me because I'm in the attic. I'm not even allowed to leave. I snuck out that time. And then this ball happens, right? And she's like, oh, I really wish I can go. And that's where the fairy tale godmother comes in. And she comes in, and she's like, well, you can go. And she's like, I can't, I don't have a dress. I was told not to leave. She was like, I'm gonna make you so pretty that the stepmoms, not even, and the stepsisters, they won't even know that you're there. So she makes her this gorgeous dress, perfect little glass slippers that are, you know, perfectly fit her feet. And then she gets the whole carriage and everything. She goes to the ball, dances with the prince, yada, yada, right? And then he falls in love with her, not really realize, like, oh my God, is this her? Is this that girl I ran into in the woods? So she goes home. She's like, oh, that was the most amazing night, but, you know, it's over. Because now I'm, again, stuck in this attic. I look all frumpy. I don't have any clothes. You know, I'm the housekeeper here. And what happens, right? What happens? The prince is fucking in love with her. And he sets out everyone to go find her because she leaves that slipper, one of her slippers behind. And everybody in that town tries to put on Cinderella's slipper. And it doesn't fit anyone because no one can have it. Even the stepsisters, they try and they hide her, and they try to stick that thing, the shoe on their feet, and they can't fit it on, right? And finally, something happens where they're discovered that Cinderella's hiding in the attic. So they find her, put the slipper on, and they lived happily ever after, right? However, even how mean the stepmom is to her, right? Even how evil those sisters were to her, she turns around and says that she forgives them, and she loves them and forgives them, right? So many cool manifesting tidbits about everyone is you pushed out. I mean, everything is in here, right? First of all, doesn't matter if you're being hid or if you're hiding or if you think someone can't find you, your manifestation, AKA the glass slipper, is going to hunt your butt down because it only belongs to you. Whatever it is that you want to manifest, no one can have it because it only belongs to you. They can try to take it. They could try to put it on their big fat foot. They can try to wear it. They can try to own it. They can try to copy you. They can try whatever. It doesn't matter. It belongs only to you. So no one can have it. 1, 2, it doesn't matter where you live or how you're living or what you have or what you don't have or what you look like and what you don't look like, right? Even if you're all the way far away, it doesn't matter where you are and your manifestation is located at. It will find you. Even if you are hiding under a rock in the attic next to the mice that Cinderella lived with, right? It will find you. You don't have to go find it. Do you see how Prince Charming sent everybody, the whole town out looking for her. That's what your manifestation will do. It will come to you. We don't have to go seek it, try it, control it, force it. It will come to you, all right? So this, and the stepmom, the stepsisters, like it seemed like everything was going downhill for her, right? Circumstances look awful, like it was the opposite, and it didn't matter. Everything that she needed was provided for her. So that's why I love using fairy tales as a theme in my videos, in my content, my courses. And oh my God, the course that the program that I'm developing, that I'm almost done with, that's coming very soon, is amazing. But this is why I love using fairy tales, because there's so many stories in there that show us about, it doesn't matter what it looks like that's happening in circumstances. It doesn't matter if you fear that you're gonna miss the boat, you're gonna miss your chance, that you're not going to be able to have what you want because something else has it or someone took it or what. It can't. Even if it looks like it's happening, it can't. It must come only to you, because you are the rightful heir to all of your desires, and no one can have them. So relax, because it is only meant for you. Whatever it is that you desire is only meant for you. So I hope that this video was helpful in giving you a little bit glimpse of why I love using fairy tales, because yeah, everything looks impossible. It's like, yeah, la la la, it's a fairy tale, you can't have it. Yes, you can, but it's not gonna look like, you're not a cartoon, right? It's gonna be the fairy tale in your life in the way that you want it to be. So your desires are your fairy tale, and they do come true. They are real, they are natural. So let them come to you, knowing that no one else can have them, and that those manifestations, they will find you. It will find its way to you. It will even use the dust bunnies in the corners of a room. Whatever has to happen, whatever, like Neville says, 1,000 men have to move just to bring you your desires, so shall it be. So trust in that what you do and see in your inner world will get pushed out. So you persist within, trusting that no one can have my desires. They are mine, and they are coming. They are on their way now. All right, my loves, please like and comment. Let me know what you think of this video and if this helped you. And if you'd like me to share more fairy tale stories with you like this, because I love it. All right, I will see you soon. Bye.